What's up, beautiful people? Hello, hello, hello. All right, I'm gonna be letting everyone in. And please make sure to mute your mic. If you're on this call, and if you have any question, you can raise your hand, or you can unmute yourself and ask the question, and then we go from there, okay? We have Derek here. What's up, Derek? I'm just gonna make sure that, sorry. What's up, guys? I'm gonna just make sure that I'm also streaming on Facebook and YouTube. I've never streamed on YouTube before. If you're on this call, so that's my and if you have any questions, you can raise your hand, or you can unmute yourself and ask the question, and then we go from there, okay? We have Derek. I'm gonna have to make myself on YouTube. We are on YouTube, and then I'm gonna be streaming also on Facebook. Just a second. I just admit everyone, we're gonna do wait 5 minutes. Maybe just make sure that everybody's in before we get started. Now, if you guys are in this call, comment down below where you're from. So let me know when you're from. I don't know if I can, I've never streamed from Zoom to YouTube, so I don't know if the comments, people can watch separate. Oh, Canada, Taylor is from Canada. What's up, Taylor? Hey. I don't know if the comments, so it's going to be two different sections, I believe. Let's see. Yeah, so YouTube and Zoom, the comment sections are different. All right, good to know. This is my first time actually streaming from, I have to announce it 20 billion times. All right, guys, if you're joining in, let me know in the comment down below. Where are you guys from? And we're going to get started in a couple minutes. Just comment down below. Let me know where you guys from. I'm going to check the YouTube comments as well. Kind of cool. Let me see how many people are watching on YouTube. That's pretty cool. All right. So on Zoom. Cool. All right. So today's video, we're going to talk about, hey, Jared, some words for you. All right. So for today's video, we're going to talk about product research. And all of you guys know that product research is so important, is probably the most important thing. Well, I would say the second most important thing in your dropshipping business. Products are important, but then finding the right creative or creating the right creative is obviously also very important. So in this call, we're going to talk about, me and Derek obviously work with a lot of people that we help them find a winning product, scale the winning product, go from there. And I always post a bunch of stuff on my Instagram, YouTube, all that. You guys have seen it. So I kind of want to show you just a part of what we do a lot, right? Like walking through the product research. What do I do with the product research? What am I looking for? I get a lot of questions just on my Instagram or on Facebook and stuff. People asking, okay, so I want to test this product. I've seen this product. This is a bad sign if you see the product so many times. The goal is to test products that not that many other people are testing or scaling. And I've been using, and this is specifically for right now for TikTok, but I mean, that's kind of a general rule for TikTok or for Facebook. We don't want to test products that a lot of other people are testing at the same time, scaling. We want to come in. This is what happens basically. When you start testing a product, and if there's a bunch of other people scaling it, they have better data. They're probably spending thousands of dollars daily on their ads. Dollar budget and trying to test that product that bunch of other people's are scaling, most of the time it doesn't work out, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay, guys, if you're just coming in, please make sure that your mic is muted. And just gonna make sure everybody's, because I need echoes here and I cannot hear. All right, cool. Everybody's looking good. All right, cool. So in this call, there are a couple of things that I'm going to use, and we're going to actually put actual products together. You know what I mean? I have my Google Docs sheet open. I have my product research tool that I use. I'm going to use PipiAds, and I'm going to also use Ecom Hunt. I'm not affiliated with Ecom Hunt. They should probably hit me up, but that's kind of something that these are two things that I use because it's convenient. You don't not necessarily need product research tools to find winning products, but it just makes it so much more convenient to do so. You know what I mean? So you can go literally on TikTok, find, products, put Amazon finds, put a lot of things. I have a bunch of videos of how to find videos for free for products for free. But the thing is, these tools just make it so much easier. I personally am using PipiAds. I really like it just because it's just kind of like Facebook ad spy, but it's for TikTok ads. There's not that many other platforms out there that you can spy on people's ads that easily. So that's kind of what I've been using. And I'm going to be sharing my screen. I'm going to be showing you guys, how I go about my products, how I find them, and all that stuff. So that's what we're going to do. And I'm going to share my screen. Just let me know whenever you guys see my screen. I'm going to check the comments on YouTube too. That's pretty cool. People on YouTube, you can hear me, right? I'm just going to check because I see like on YouTube, we also have 30 something people on. I want to make sure because I'm streaming from Zoom to my YouTube. I've never done that before. You guys can hear me, right? On YouTube. If you're on YouTube and you can hear me, just let me know that you can hear me. Just comment down below. Let me know that you can hear this before we get into the actual product research. Yes. Okay, cool. Let's get into it. All right. Share my screen now. And let me make sure that I'm letting people in on Zoom. I wish you could have a couple hosts on. I've been using Zoom forever, but I don't know if that's possible that you could make someone else as also a host. But that's not a biggest deal right now that we're, let's share the screen and get into it. All right. You guys all see my screen? Let me pull out the chat. You see the screen, Derek? I don't have the chat open. So if you're checking, if you can check the chat, Derek, at the end, what we're going to do, we're going to have like, in the beginning, do part of the thing for the first beginning part of it. We're going to do a product research. Then Derek going to answer all your questions and all that stuff after that. Okay.
Yeah, I can see your screen.
Okay, cool. Cool. Kira, thank you. Good to know. All right, cool. So this is how I've been using it. We're going to go to, like I said, I'm going to use PipiAds and Ecom Hunt to find products here. There are a couple ways that you could do it, right? First of all, this is something that probably no YouTubers, no gurus tell you because they keep rescaling their own winning products. And we talked about this a couple times, I believe on the last calls, is that a lot of products that become winning products, for example, you find a winning product, it scales for a month or 2 months, it dies off. Most likely in a couple months, it becomes a winning product again, right? So does that make sense to you guys? It dies off, it becomes a winning product. So one of the ways that you could go about PipiAds is to look for winning products from 3-4 months ago. So we're gonna go set the time for, let's say 3-4 months ago and find products from that time. Then what we're going to do, we're going to search the name, put the keyword here, and then see if anybody's running ads right now to that product. If nobody's running the ad, that's a great sign you should be testing that product. I don't like to test products that a lot of people are scaling. Most likely that product would not be a winning product. Like I said, a lot of people are throwing so much money in it. They have better data. They have more money, most likely TikTok or Facebook or whatever platform you're using is going to prioritize them, but not you, because you're coming in with $1,500 budget and they're spending like thousands of dollars every single day to find to scale that winning products, right? So they have a lot of data. I would never go after products that other people already been scaling at the time. Okay. So one of the things this is one of the settings that I kind of set up is going to set US. And because I personally do US and Canada, I've tried UK, but I haven't put a lot of effort yet into it. We've been having really great luck with Canada and the US. So that's like something that I like to focus on. And then I do shop now, because that's usually, you could do shop now, order now, because sometimes, if they do dynamics, they're going to have different stuff set up over there. Sometimes people do learn more. We're going to put the e-com platform, Shopify, most likely. Most of the time people are using Shopify. There's cases like Derek used WordPress. And the whole story about it is that, first of all, he was very familiar with WordPress. And to begin with, he wanted to save on fees, because Shopify fees can actually add up. But Shopify is a great platform if you're a newbie and you're just putting a store together, because it's super easy. Like, even if you have no knowledge of Shopify or store building, it's super easy to put stuff together. And okay, so we got the countries, we got the, the CTAs, Shopify, non-branded. And what I want to do, I want to go like, let's say 4 months ago or so, look for some products over there. So for example, we could set it up at, let's look at some products in November. So let's say first seen, it was in November, and last seen was also November, October. Okay, so let's go to November. Let's say it was November. Oh, I messed up. Okay, I meant to put November 1st to like maybe 30th. Or more than that. But basically what we're doing, we're trying to find winning products from November. And we're going to see if anybody's running them right now. Most likely a lot of winning products come back. Like example, I've had a couple winning products from before Q4 that I'm scaling right now currently. And they just come back, they become live. If they die off, they come back again. They die off, they come back again. You know what I mean? So for example, and then I already put this together, a link together for you guys. I'm going to share it in the chat section. I'll also share it on YouTube, I guess. Hopefully it is. I'm doing this right on YouTube. I haven't read the comments yet. Derek, can you actually look at my live stream? Because it weirds me out seeing myself in two places. I'm going to put the link here so you guys can have access to it later on. All right, cool. And we're going to put some products in there, okay? All right, let's get into it. I'm going to put this on the side. So for example, for a fact, I know this is a winning product from the past. I've seen it so many times. And at the time, it was so saturated because everybody was running it. And I honestly, for months, I thought that a lot of products would be saturated. And I actually ended up testing them a couple months later and they came back to life. They started selling. So for example, this thing, it's been all over. Okay, let's take a look. Okay, you might have seen this. It's been all over TikTok for the longest time. I'm going to put the link. So this could be something that you can look into. So we're going to go actually on PipiAds now. We're going to open another link. I'm going to open that. And we're going to search the word to see if there's people currently right now scaling this product. That's our goal. We're going to look for products that were scaled before, and we're going to see if anybody's scaling them right now. Okay, so let's take a look. Fidgets, I forgot what it was called, but exactly called Fidget Spinner. I don't think it was Fidget Spinner. Let me see what it was called. Let me put the link here, the fidget thingy, I'm gonna call it. Excuse me with that. I'm just gonna put whatever link that I have right now in here, and then you guys for later on you can find the AliExpress link and TikTok link or whatever. Okay. Okay, so when I put fidget spinner, is it okay? Might not. I kind of hate that this is on the way on top. Let me move this. All right, back here. Let me see what it was called. Move the chat also. We can monitor the chat. Okay. I guess a fidget spinner with the future. I guess they call it fidget spinner at the time. I'm sure if there was anything related to it, it would come up anyways. So we put fidget spinner. It looks like nobody's right now running it, even though it was a pretty saturated product, but it looks like nobody's really running it. And it goes back to January and stuff. So how you can see that if anybody's running it or not, wherever that comes up, look at the date. This is first seen, this is last seen. So if it says the date is now, those people are running that product right now. Does that make sense to you guys? You know what I'm trying to do? So we're gonna go here again, and then, so based on this, the data that they average that they have, they did pretty good. They sold pretty good. It ran between November 28th to December. So it looks like it was a Sparks ads. That's because it has a really good popularity. Sometimes it's confusing that it looks like they ran it for 2 days, but it's not. It could be a duplication of another ad, or it's a Sparks ad that they're running into something. Does that make sense? Okay, this product for a long time was blowing up, but this specific ad didn't do well, so we're not going to be worried about it. We're not going to be worried about it. Let's take a look at this one. Blanket hoodie is another one that was blowing up, but again, maybe not that many people are. Another thing, okay, let's add this to just to save some time. I like to put the popularity over 100. At that point, you know that it was popular enough. Popularity on PipiAds is likes, comments, you know, all that stuff. Once it has 100, that means that they did pretty okay. So we know that we scale that product, you know, so that kind of helps you out also with cutting down some time. Okay, let's see what else we got here. This is not drop shipping. So we're gonna find other drop shipping products. So as you guys can see, it's drop shipping and non-drop shipping products together. So you kind of have to scroll down sometimes a lot to find some product. So for example, I think there is also drop shipping. Not this one. Oh, that is pretty cool. And actually haven't seen this one. And definitely is drop shipping. Even if not, you can. My dog actually loves laser stuff. Like, I thought this is made for cats or whatever, but my dog, like Bella, she loves these kind of stuff. So that's like something that also when you look at products, there's different criteria that I look for is if the product is problem solving, is if the product is unique, if the product is passionate. So I either go after problem solving or passionate products, and they have to be unique as well, right? Unique is the products that people don't go normally to buy at the stores. You know what I mean? Okay, so we're gonna copy this. I'm gonna put it here. What is it called? I don't know, pet laser, I'm gonna call it. So you guys can have access to it. That would be something that I would look. Did I copy it? Okay, does that make sense what I'm doing here, you guys? Do you have a good experience with jewelry products? I have actually. They've sold a bunch of products, a bunch of jewelry stuff, junk, couple rings and necklaces. That could be it. But again, the key is to make sure the products are not saturated at the time. So at the time of testing, there can be 20 billion people running it. Like, for example, those fidget like eye stuff, like they blew up at some point, but there were like so many people. If you go in to want to test it after like a bunch of other people are scaling it, then that's not a good sign. You know what I mean? All right, so let's scroll down. Let's find some more products. Perfect for pranking. I have a feeling that could be winning. That could be, I haven't seen this one, but I feel like this is dropshipping. Exactly. We want to go where a lot of people are not scaling. When the timing of running that ad is important. Like, for example, there's like, you see all these body shaping stuff, right? And then you see a bunch of people are selling them. You got to sell it when everybody stops selling them. So like a couple months pass by and then you start testing those products again. You know what I mean? So this is like kind of a method that we're using. We're finding other people's winning products from a couple months ago. Most winning products come back again. This is probably the best like beginner's ways to find a winning product. Okay, this is definitely for Alley. Let's see if with that name, let me see if anybody's running it. All right, so it looks like the last time that was seen was in December. So there's a bunch of ads that were running, right? So they were actually, this one did really good. This specific one did really good. 229, 199, I guess, what is this one? But the thing is, I don't know if it's, I think this was a one product store probably at the time. All right, but this is like something, because there's only one person who scaled it. I don't see anybody else. And so that's a good sign. You can start, you know, this is something that you can actually test. Spider prank or whatever you want to call it. So these are products that I would test right now because there's not that many people right now, you know, testing them, selling them, scaling them. Another way is that I like to do, the reason I open Ecom Hunt is so saturated, but hear me out. This is about the way you use the product research tools. Okay, Ecom Hunt is a little bit, I kind of like having both of them at the time though. Okay, so this is how I use it. First of all, they have a lot of Facebook products, Facebook winners, right? So you can't find a lot of these products on TikTok. So which I like, because the first page, for example, if you go to Similar Web, which shows you how many people, how many visitors they have monthly. They have like almost 500,000 visitors monthly. Imagine 500,000 dropshippers are spying on these products, right? But most of them are actually, if you didn't know, most of them are people that are testing on Facebook, right? So what we want to do, we want to you know, do some research. So for example, this one I've seen on Flame Humidifier. We're going to copy it and then go back on PipiAds and then see if anybody's running it right now. Like this is actually a product that I would like to test again. I know for a fact this was, you know, I've seen it before, probably a different name. You want to do a bunch of keywords and make sure that, let's see, I put humidifier. Did I not spell it right? Why is this? Okay, LED fire. Oh, fire humidifier. Okay, so this one, February, they ran, oh, they're actually just about to scale this one. They've been running it for 4 days. What day is it? 11. Yeah, they've been running it for 4. So this is actually a good sign. This is like a good time for you guys to go test it. They have 120 popularity in only a couple of days. They got a lot of, you know, engagements going. So that's a good sign. They're just about to test it. It doesn't look like there's that many people right now testing this product. So right now, like I would go ahead and test this product. It's called fire humidifier. So that would be another product that I would definitely go and test.
This is my humidifier. It looks like a little fireplace. It helps me breathe and sleep better. It also keeps the air fresh and clean.
It looks pretty sick. I've been seeing this a couple times and I've been all about it. Okay, I'm gonna put this also in here. Fire. So there's only, I actually might test this myself after this call. right? There's only one person running it right now. So that's kind of a, good sign. Let's see what other, so back to Ecom Hunt. Like I said, this is like a different method of using the product. Okay, let's see what this is. Reflective glitter gel nail polish. I don't know. I don't like to do these kind of stuff on. I don't like to do things that are too big. Let's see this one. Yin yang. Let's search the word. Hope it makes sense what we're doing because we're trying to find unsaturated market for that product. I don't feel like putting too much effort to find this right now. You could also go on, if you can't find it on PipiAds, that means that nobody ran it as an ad. You can go on TikTok and find to see if there's other people that are going, organically going crazy. All right. This is another one, crystalline kit. I actually made a video for this. I don't know if I ended up testing it or not, but let's take a look. Anybody's running it as an app. All right. So these ones did really well. And this was June 30th to June, July, August, September, October. June, July, August, September. Okay, so they scaled it for 4 months. That was pretty good. They were running it for a while and the ad doesn't even look that good. I would totally go ahead and test it. I definitely would go ahead and test this. It doesn't look like there's that many people really testing it right now. So that could be another thing. I'm going to put the TikTok link on the phone. So feel free to find Crest. I think it's called Crest eyeshadow thing. Yeah. All right. Cool. Let's see if there's any questions so far. Can't open. Hold on. I'm gonna give you the link to this real quick. Does that make sense, you guys? Comment down below if there's anything that right now is on your mind and all that stuff, and we kind of go through them. If not, maybe we find 3 more products, 2 more products, and then we get to questions and answers. Okay. All right, so let's do some more Ecom Hunt stuff. Again, the goal is to find products that there's not that many people running or testing or going crazy right now. We don't want to go after saturated market. Another thing I like to do on AliExpress and then look to see if they have more than 1,000 orders. If they have more than 1,000 orders, at that point, I'm kind of like, do I really want to test this? Let's see, this is another product I've seen, wireless outdoor. Actually, we scaled this a long time ago on Facebook. Again, look at, like you see, like all these products come back. There's just so much products out there that you can test. They come back again and again and again, so. Let's change the keywords. Let's take the waterproof off. Wireless outdoor camera. All right, it does not come up, but that would be some product that I would test for sure. Again, good sign that it doesn't come up. Maybe nobody ever ran it, or maybe I'm not putting the right keywords in there. So on Ecom Hunt, actually, you can go in and just pick the link. I'm just gonna put the AliExpress link in there for you guys. Okay, outdoor camera. Come up. All right, one more product, and then we're gonna get into some Q&As, so you kind of get an idea of what I'm doing with PipiAds and all that stuff. That we're not finding the saturated products. We want to go after unsaturated products. Let's go to PipiAds actually from couple months ago and then see what other products were they winning, right? So you see all these numbers, they have all their data, the popularity, how many days they were running it for, how many impressions they got, all that stuff. So you can literally say what that ad was doing. And you could duplicate the same concept of an ad. You don't have to copy the same exact thing, but you could duplicate the concept of that. Let's see what we got. Like, this is drop shipping for sure. Talking about jewelries, let's take a look at this one.
Got my bird flower name necklace. So pretty, OMG. My name combined with a beautiful flower. I love it. Got mine from my floralarname.com.
Well, this one kind of branded it, so it might not be drop. And also personalized stuff can be such a headache. So I don't know, sometimes you can get away with it, but not all the time. I'm like a fan. Let's see what we got here. So page 3. This is something that could win. Yeah, these wraps or body shaping stuff.
What is the reason?
In general, body shaping stuff do really well on, TikTok, like wraps, shorts, butt lifters, and I've been saying it, I keep seeing people scaling them like over and over again. So it's something that the only thing is like getting away with like the ads. So sometimes they might flag you, but sometimes you can get away with it. It's like so hit and miss. They're not super strict. They just might reject your ads, but kind of it is what it is. So this is a wrap. Oh, sorry. And then honestly, you see the same product sometimes over and over again, and it's just how it is. So you kind of do a research. If nobody's right now like testing those or selling those or whatever, and they did 3-4 months ago, that's kind of the way to go about it. Make sense? All right. Now, if you guys are down, we can do some question and answers. I'm going to look at the YouTube stuff, and Derek's going to take over. He is my business partner, also one of the coaches. He is the person who actually, help you scale. So if you have any questions, Jafar, ask away.
Yes, hi there, Nas. Hi, Derek.
Hi.
I just had a question about like when you're getting videos done. You know how sometimes it takes like forever like to make videos, or sometimes get videos done like maybe like a week or 2. Is that okay? Like is that okay? Like the time range?
So
and then like testing products after you get the videos?
Go ahead, Derek. If you want to answer, or do you want me to take over this one?
Yeah. I mean, we're probably gonna come to the same answer here because, but yeah, that can be normal. So what you should do is do bulk. Like, are you making your own videos, or are you paying to have them made?
No, like sometimes I pay this one guy. You guys know him, Hamza, and then sometimes I just go with UGC packages from viral ecom ads. But sometimes it does take a while to get those.
Yeah. So I mean, it's usually better to do like a bulk, like 4 or 5 products at a time. Then you're just gonna they'll trickle through and you'll be able to test them. Or sometimes if you buy the bulk packages, sometimes they get them done a little bit quicker. But I mean, unless you're making your own videos, or you can test on TikTok, like it's not a long-term strategy. It's really for testing. You can use like videos that are already made and like quickly slap them up there to see what the reaction is going to be initially. And if it's doing well, that's when you would go to new creatives.
Okay, so use that like clips like that already online and working basically just during the testing phase, right?
Yeah, like it would be the initial like first $50 to $70 ad spend, and then like you're looking, as you're just gonna see, hey, is this thing even gonna do well?
Got it. Thank you. That's the only thing that I'm having trouble with like right now.
Yeah, it can be really annoying when it takes so long. How we kind of categorize it to 3, you have the option, honestly, the fastest and best way, but this is like so much work. If you ever decide to do it yourself, if you ever decide to, we give people options You can order it, you know, in bulk and get it from, you know, one of these companies. Or honestly, like one of the best and probably free ways is anything that you find is also on Amazon Prime, order a bunch of them, make the videos, return them.
Yes, I've actually tried that for a couple. But
Yeah.
sometimes, you know, for products, like it's better like for female,
Yeah.
like actors. So I texted you about that. I don't know if you can get back to me like later today, maybe, if you're okay with that.
Did you? Yeah. Did you text me?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, on WhatsApp.
Oh, you
I don't know
did.
if you
Yeah.
changed your number.
I haven't checked my mess. I usually check
no
at the
problem.
end of the day. Yeah.
No problem.
Yeah, guys
Thank you.
and girls, like seriously, making your own videos does so much better. Even like we go over this all the time with students, and like so many people are hesitant to make their own videos because they're nervous that like the quality isn't going to be good. They're not good in front of the camera, blah 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 blah. But those still make really good videos, much better than like trying to chop a whole bunch of clips together. Usually the platform likes that original content a lot more. So what Naz was suggesting is pick up the product on like Amazon or eBay or somewhere where you can return it if you don't have a lot of money to spend on a whole bunch of products. Make the video and then return it. I know it's not like, you know, to get that first winner, seriously, that's going to change your life, and then buying products afterwards, and it's a lot easier financially, if you will.
I'll go through the YouTube comments for.
Yeah, can you just drop that share link in the YouTube comments for the folder?
For the folder. Okay, yeah, I can do that.
That's what I was doing. So on the YouTube, there was what was he asking? Oh yeah, Leon. He was talking about targeting and advertising in Germany. So if you guys are advertising in a different country and in a different language, Brazil is a really good one. In Spanish is a very good one. In Germany is a very good one. Also in French. There's a lot of people that are just targeting the United States. And if you can take US products that have done really well, translate everything into German or French or whatever, another language, and advertise in those countries, you can do really well. Especially if you know how to speak another language, then it doesn't look like it's just been translated through Google Translate. So it flows a lot better. So if you have that opportunity, definitely go with that. That was Leon's question.
Germany,
and then
I've heard Germany does really, really well on TikTok. We've been focused on US and Canada, but I've had people that were actually from Europe, and Germany did really well for them. But you have to make the store for German. You can't do it like how Facebook is. You have to make it in German, otherwise it would reject your ads.
Yeah, you definitely want to be in that language too.
Yeah.
There was a guy asking about retargeting on TikTok. I don't do much retargeting in general. What about you?
I do sometimes, but it's good. Like it works. But if you have a winning product, anything that you do at the time, it works. You know what I mean? No matter what you do on your ads, even if you're like selling like men product, you target female, it just works. You know what I mean? Like, so retargeting works. It's just nothing crazy that, oh my God, like we're going to cash out on retargeting, but there work if you have a winning product. Let me see if any questions on YouTube that I want to, the reason I want.
The men's bracelet, if you're not getting much engagement, then you're just kind of wasting your money, because the engagement is really important. Even if you have people like arguing in your comments, for example, like a political t-shirt or something like that, that's engagement, and the platforms really like that kind of stuff. So if you're not getting a lot of engagement, but people are still buying, okay, sure. But if you're not getting a lot of engagement and people aren't buying, then I'd just move it on to a different product with regards to the men's bracelets. And then TikTok outside of the US, you would have to do a VPN for that. Have you had anybody do a US TikTok outside of the US now?
Yes. So you could do that. Well, with agency accounts that we have, you could actually do that. We've been focused super on US and Canada just because they've been pretty profitable. But I mean, if you get agency accounts, you could actually advertise. You can be in the US and advertise. Is that what your question was?
Yeah, he's in the EU, but he wants to target the US.
Yeah, you can. You have to get an agency account. Yeah. Also, just in the middle, if any of you guys are interested in working with me or Derek, we could help you with testing products, scaling products, all that stuff, basically duplicating our own business, helping you duplicate the same business. I put the link down below where you can apply. So I pinned it on YouTube. You guys can, go ahead and apply. It does require you to have a budget, so you have to have a certain amount of budget. You can schedule a call with my teammate, that's where the link is. And just putting it out there for you guys, because I know a lot of people ask.
I think it's Fetty. You were asking about saturated products. Yeah, guys, we talk about this all the time. Saturated products, if other people are scaling it, you're going to have a hard time testing it because they have such a big budget. Now, as I was talking about this, they're already pushing in. So they're like, you're trying to compete with someone that's holding up a higher dollar sign in the bid. It's just not going to work. You're like, hey, I got like $50 over here. I'd like to get good traffic. But the guy over here is like, hey, I'm dropping like 2,000 today. They're going to send the good traffic to the guy that's dropping the $2,000, if that makes sense. So yeah, you definitely want to check what Naz just went through is gold, guys. You want to check to make sure that there aren't a lot of people scaling that same product. Even though it was saturated in the past, like I talked about this before, new people are moving into niche all the time. Example, exercise. Someone wakes up one day and they're like, hey, I feel really bad and I want to get in shape, or I want to start yoga, or I want to start cooking, or I want to learn how to ride a bike. People are always coming in and out of niches, and that's why retesting saturated products can do so well. You just have to verify that people are not already scaling it, because that's where you're going to lose your money.
Yeah, someone's asking that if the sunset lamp is still saturated. I mean, you could the thing is, you can just look it up on PipiAds and see if anybody's running the ad. I know at this time it was so saturated, but I personally ended up scaling so many past saturated products that now it's all about like retesting the old winning products. But you got to make sure at the time there's not that many people selling them. Let's see what other questions.
For payment, I see someone asking, do you use Shopify payment or Stripe only? So you can definitely use the Shopify. What you want to offer is the two options. One of them is a credit card, and the other one is always going to be PayPal. PayPal, people just sometimes don't trust using their credit card, and they feel more secure with PayPal. So you always want to have PayPal on your website, or you're going to miss out on sales. Guaranteed you're going to miss people. They're just going to be like, no, I'm not doing it. They have that level of trust, even though I have won so many more PayPal cases than I have won like credit card cases. It's more secure on credit card. But yeah, go ahead.
PayPal is easy to kind of just open a dispute. Oh, wait, when product is not here in 24 hours and they open disputes. And then there's a lot of scammer customers. I believe you told me that because Derek is selling something that is high ticket, and then they bought like $500, $600 worth of product. And in 24 hours or whatever, whenever it gets shipped out, they go open a claim on PayPal. And most of the time, PayPal sides with them. Not always, I mean, we actually win most of our PayPal claims, but a lot of times the people don't know how to handle them. If they start panicking, and usually they side with the customers.
I'll add to that, because when you guys are doing claims, you're going to get claims. Like, you're just going to get claims. It's guaranteed. Once you start scaling products, it's going to happen. Even if you have a good product, going to happen. So what you should look at, and what you should do, is take photos of screenshots of every communication that you've had with your customer. What I use is Google for most of my communications, or my assistant uses Google for most of the communications. We have an email tracker that we set up. So it shows when they opened the email, how many times they've opened it, or if they haven't opened it. And I take screenshots of that. I add it all into one PDF, and I send it out to either PayPal or Stripe. and I win most of my cases. I also talk about what's called friendly fraud or chargeback fraud when I write my case to the bank. And if you guys look up friendly fraud or chargeback fraud, you might, be subject to friendly fraud when this person is doing a chargeback. And I've won a lot of cases just by adding, hey, this customer never contacted us, and this is called friendly fraud or chargeback fraud. This is not how they should have handled it, and blah, blah, blah. Here's my policy. But definitely check that app out, because it really has helped me show that, hey, this person has opened my email. I have tried to resolve this case with this person and they're not getting back to me or whatever. And then look into chargeback fraud and friendly fraud.
Someone asked, how do you combat ad account spending issues? I've talked about it a couple of times. You got to add, sometimes some ad accounts, not all of them, doesn't spend money. You have to warm it up with add to cart campaign and with traffic. Someone else asked, what does the high CPM mean? Actually, the same person. Do
you want me to go over that?
Sure,
Sorry, I was reading the other comments. CPM, high cost per 1,000 mil is what it is. So I find that there's like 3 ways to break down your ads. If your ad creative is good and it's getting a lot of engagement on a platform, chances are your cost per 1,000 is going to be low, right? Because the platform, Facebook or TikTok, is like, hey, people are really engaging in this. People like this. We want to push it to more people. So that's usually going to get you like a good CPM. So that would be a good video, engaging. You're asking a question maybe, and they're writing comments. The cost per click, I find if that's expensive to get a cost per click, it's probably because your product isn't that interesting. Maybe you've got a really good video, people are commenting on it, sweet, your CPMs are nice and low, but it's just not that good of a product and people aren't going to really click on it, or it's not really usable, or it looks really expensive and they're just not going to click.
Or saturated.
Or saturated, yeah. That could be as well. And then what else do I go by? Cost per click and CPMs is usually what I'm looking for. And then if people like land on your product page and they don't click through to add your cart, that means there's something wrong in that section. And then if they get through to the cart and land on your checkout page, that's usually a price that they don't like.
That's true.
So
yeah, sometimes you will have, sometimes you have really good data and like your CPM will be super low, $2 to $3, and then your CPC is low, like 20, 30 cents, and your CTR is like 3%, something crazy. And you're not getting sales, or it's not staying profitable. Play around with the price and your offer. There's times that I offered like, hey, buy one, get one free. And I do a lot of those things, like buy one, get one free, and do this, or a bundle. And in that product become a winning product. There's 2 case scenarios: either people don't like your offer, or people are just window shoppers. I call them window shoppers. Someone's asking, so what happens when one product performs one day and the next day doesn't perform?
Welcome to advertising on these platforms. Like it is. I remember when I started doing this and I had this product that was doing really well, and Naz is like, and then the next day it would just tank, and Naz is like, oh, welcome to the Facebook roller coaster. Because sometimes, yeah, you get a product, the first day you launch it, it does really well, and then all of a sudden it just disappears, and it's like crickets, nothing's happening. You could try testing a different creative, but really you don't want to dump too much money into it. You want to just move on to the next product. What we find as well is a lot of people get emotionally attached to their products, which I, of course, was guilty of at the beginning. And you believe in yourself that this product has to do well. There's no reason why this product is not doing well, but you just keep on like throwing money at it. I remember talking to somebody, he had spent 10 grand testing 5 products.
Oh, that's crazy. Yeah. I remember talking to someone who spent 5 grand on one product.
Don't do that, guys. There are so many products in the market that you could be testing. Usually at $100 ad spend, if it hasn't done well or made a sale, I'm onto another product. What's your limit these days?
Like how many on one product? How much on one product?
Yeah.
I wouldn't spend more than $50 to $100 on a product.
Yeah.
But again, so one thing is also like when product dies off like the next day, and then a lot of people say, okay, days, but like how many sales? Did you just get 5 sales? 5 sales are lucky. If you're getting like consistent, let's say you had 100 sales today and tomorrow it completely died off, then I would look into it. Most of the time that doesn't happen. Most of the time when people are like, oh, today I had a lot of sales. I'm like, how many? Like 4. Okay, that's not a lot of sales, first of all. That's kind of like lucky sales, you know. You like if you're getting 100 sales at one day and then the next day is just like nothing, then that's when I get concerned, you know.
Yeah, usually when a product starts dying, it doesn't drop off like that. Usually what happens is it will you'll get like 100, then you're down to like 70, and then it like slowly drops down.
Yeah.
That's usually what happens when a product dies. Someone was asking about the pixel. What we do is we use 1 pixel for a general store. We test in general stores, guys, because it is so much faster to test products. If you're testing in a single product store, you are creating a new store every time for one product. Once again, that brings us back to not being emotionally attached to a product. What you can do is like test in a general store. If you find a product that's doing well and you really want to do a 1 product store, then after you say, hey, this product's doing well, I'm making sales, you can test in a 1 product store, that same product. But I wouldn't test all of my products in a 1 product store. It just doesn't make sense. Someone's
asking, how many, so when you say $50, how many ad sets? So I'm guessing when he says ad sets, he's talking about Facebook, but it doesn't matter. They're both kind of very similar if you want to answer.
I was reading. You answered it. I'm sorry, I was reading something. I did not hear it.
So we do the same exact thing, kind of like on Facebook and TikTok, as 1 campaign, 1 product, 5 ad groups. Each ad group gonna have $20, but we're not spending like $100 on, like, we're not letting it spend all day. We kill it after $5-10 each ad group spends. If it doesn't perform, if it doesn't get the good numbers, you know, we just kill that one.
So back to the pixel. No, it is not a fresh pixel every product that we test. It's 1 pixel on a general store. Usually the pixel isn't holding as much data as the campaign level of that specific product or that campaign. So 1 product, 1 pixel on a general store. Would you recommend paying for PipiAds or another method? I mean, we find that like using tools to our advantage, you know, it does pay off in the long run. PipiAds is pretty good. That ecom hunt, if you looked at how many, like I did not get much success with ecom hunt over the long term because there's so many people on there, you know, whereas PipiAds, it's relatively new. It's starting to get up there. So just depends on how you use it.
Yeah. Jafar is asking, how long does the creatives last? It's different each product. Like I had products that even lasted like 3 months, like one creative, and I had products that the creative would buy for 2 weeks. It really depends also on the competition, that how many other people are coming in and trying to scale your product. That's why a lot of dropshippers, they don't give their products out, right? Because bam, now there's 10 other people trying to compete, you know, and if you're in the beginning stage, people can steal it from you. But like once you start making, like, let's say it's been a week or 2 weeks, you're scaling, then at that point, not that many people can steal from you. And I think Serena had a question, I'm guessing. Or maybe not.
I didn't see.
Maybe not.
Pixel cloaking. I don't really do pixel cloaking. Swapping 1 pixel out to get fresh new audience.
Yeah. Sometimes I do it, but it's not like, I don't see any difference. You know what I mean? Like there's no huge difference in it. So during the scaling phase, would you focus on getting more new creative for it? Yes. So once I have a winning product on TikTok, I am consistently looking for more creatives. So you can find them even like on TikTok and then edit those videos, you know, you find, and then edit them yourself on your TikTok apps. It's not that difficult. That's how you can actually test pretty quick. That's another way of doing it. That's like a lazy way of doing it. Again, everybody does it differently, but that's a lazy way of doing it. If you really want to test a product right now, then that's like a good way of doing it.
But if you are scaling, make sure you get the product and make sure you are creating your own ads. It does better 95 to 98% of the time at least.
Yeah.
It does better.
All right. Should we wrap it up or should we keep going? Okay, we can wrap it up. All right, guys, we're going to wrap it up. It's been actually almost an hour now. Let's wrap up this call. Like I said, if any of you guys want to work with me or Derek, there's two options. I'll put the link down below that where you can apply. You just gotta have to fill out the form. I have all the information there, or you can go on my Instagram and just DM me Ecom Playbook webinar. So I know that's where you came from. So if you want one-on-one, go DM me there, or I have the link down below. So either DM me on my Instagram, which is I'm probably gonna have the link over there. It's just Ecom Playbook, literally, or and DM me. Oh my God, Ecom Playbook webinar, or I have the link down below where you can schedule a quick call with my teammates. So that's it for now. Anything else you want to say, Derek? You're reading the comments. I know you're like more.
I'm reading the comments. I'm just trying to answer everybody as much as I can. Yeah, I'd throw in a couple more things. How much money would you spend? Like we said already, less than $100 to test if it's a winner or not. And we usually don't create new stores, Josh, for Pixels. We usually just scale in a general store. They do really well. You guys, once you start scaling a product, you're going to see that people do not go around your store. You're going to have like 5,000 people on your store in one day, and there's like 100 people that have hit your homepage. You know, most people are staying on that one product. But yeah, sweet. Thanks for the call.
Yeah. All right, guys. Hope everybody's having a rest of your day, evening, morning, wherever you guys are at, and hope we'll get to talk to you guys probably sometimes again.